Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of Food for Thought, where we talk to small business owners and entrepreneurs on strategies and best practices. Now, small businesses are often at a disadvantage when competing with bigger companies, but you can have one advantage. You can always be smarter than they are. So, this week, our subject is understanding. So let me ask you, do you find that you often have a hard time explaining your services to your customers so that they clearly understand what exactly you can do for them? See, that's the challenge of being an expert. You spent all those years listening to lectures, taking advanced courses, getting degrees, certifications, completing internships, honing your skills. Went to all that trouble to learn everything you could so you can be the best at what you do. But here's the problem. Your customers, they're not experts in your field. They don't know all the lingo, all the language, all the subtleties of what you do. They just know that they have a problem and you're saying you can fix it. However, before you can help them understand how you can help them, you have to educate them just enough so they appreciate and understand not only what you're going to do for them, but what you need from them. When you talk to a client or a possible customer, here's a couple of things you might want to consider when building a proposal or crafting your sales pitch. First, consider what your audience already knows. What do they already know about not only what you do, but what they need? If you provide highly technical services, their understanding may be minimal. The terminology may be completely foreign to them. If you lose someone in the first few minutes of the conversation, you'll never get them back. Their confusion will only grow until they become frustrated. A confused and frustrated customer is either going to say no, or they'll put off making a decision. Additionally, they're likely to seek out your competition, looking for someone who can explain the task better. The next thing you can do, build a bridge from old to new knowledge. Another thing to consider is what your customer already knows. Even if they're unfamiliar with what you do, they probably know something about a similar subject. Understanding this may take some time and questioning on your part, but it will allow you to present what you'll do for them in a way that's relevant. It's easier to grasp unfamiliar constructs when we can relate them to already familiar concepts. General knowledge about other topics can be a source of analogies. If you understand more about what your client does, you should be able to relate it in some way to what you do. Again, this may take a bit of thinking, but it will be worth it. Additionally, we often find ourselves working with similar clients or customers in related industries. If so, we can use the analogy again and again, perhaps with just a few minor modifications. You'll never be able to sell a product or service if your customer doesn't understand what they're buying. Even worse is the client who does buy, but is expecting something other than what you'll deliver. Not only will they be disappointed, but you would have wasted their time and their money. Not a great way to polish your reputation. John Lennon wrote, "Living is easy with your eyes closed, misunderstanding all you see." Well, I hope you found that useful. If you'd like to discuss anything regarding this topic or any small business strategy, reach out to me at rich@speakingofsuccess.us. I'd love to talk. Just send me an email and we'll set up a time. Thanks, everyone, and I'll see you next week.